Trees Collective, this is Matt.
Hello.
Hello, what can I do for you?
Yeah, mate, I'm just in the area and I've just got my card from the doctor. I just wanted to get directions from yourself to come down and join your dispensary if possible, please.
Okay, and you have your authorization and everything?
Yeah, I just left the doctor's a couple of hours ago. I suffered from migraines. He's gave me a card here, yeah.
Okay, and where are you heading from?
Well, I'm staying at a friend's, so your best. My friend said this was the one to come to. I just wanted to know, do I have to book an appointment or just come along, drop in?
Oh yeah, you can come by any time. We're open until 9 o'clock tonight, and just whenever you want to stop by, we can get you helped out.
And what's the kind of cost it covers to get the stuff and to get me up and running?
Well, once you have your card from the doctor, like as long as you have your authorization, I can serve you at any time. But I just want to make sure we're clear. You do have your authorization from, like somebody prescribing you to use medical cannabis. Is that right?
Yeah, is it the wellness.org thing? Is it the wellness place, yeah?
Okay, great. Yeah, as long as you've got that, then you can come in at any time. We'll get you checked in, and typically we do about $10 a gram on the flower. That's just the typical cannabis price, and that's our highest price for the top shelf buds. We usually do have discount bud for about $8 a gram. BHO anywhere from $30 to $40 a gram. That's the butane hash oil. Today we're doing all medibles, that's any medicated edible, for 25% off. So we got deals kind of going all the time. It depends on how you like to medicate, what you need.
Yeah, basically vaporize, so just some nice flower, yeah.
Great, yeah, we definitely have that. Like I said, our highest price on that is $10 a gram. Our top shelf, we cap it at 10 a gram. We have tax here, so it's about $10.95 a gram after tax. And we got specials all the time. We can do 3/8 for $89. Different deals always going on. So, but 10 a gram is the highest price you'll see for flower.
And what would you recommend then for headaches to help me? Like during the daytime something active, but then at night time something sedative. What would you recommend?
Yeah, I would recommend something more along the lines of kind of like a heavy indica, something that would relax your mind, let it slow down, kind of releases facial muscle tension, something like that I think would be best for it. Having used it for headaches myself, I recommend the indica.
And what flavour would you go for? I mean, is there a particular brand you would lead me down to go to? So
I could definitely point you in the right direction of some. Like, I like the white Kush that we have in shop right now. If you wanted to come by and take a look at some of the, we have some blackberry Kush that would be good. But really, like it really takes you coming in and trying a couple different things and kind of telling me what works best for you as a bud tender. I have to kind of cater to each of my patients differently, see, who's affected in what way by which product, and kind of figure it out. Everybody's body's different, so for all I know, maybe the sativas are the way to go for your headaches. Maybe you like those better. But, come on by and we can show you a couple.
Sounds good, mate. Sounds good. Well, just give me your street name again so that I can confirm I'm going to the right place then.
Absolutely. We're on Greenwood Avenue North. It's 10532 Greenwood Avenue North.
Your name's Tom. What was your name, my friend?
My name is Matt.
Matt, it's been a pleasure talking to you, Matt, and thanks for your time. And hopefully...
You're very welcome, sir.
Yeah, it's been a pleasure, mate. Thank you very much for your time.
You betcha. Have a great evening.
Speak soon. Yeah, bye-bye. And once again, another pleasant gentleman. Here, another pleasant gentleman here.
Listen, army true men, to my simple rhyme, for it tells of a young man put off in his prime, a soldier and a statesman who laid down the law, and who died by the roadside in lone Bale-na-Blah. When barely 16, to England crossed door for to work as a boy in a government store. but the volunteers call he could not disobey, so he came back to Dublin to join in the fray. At Easter 1916, when Pearse called them out, the men from the Dublin battalion roved out. And in the post office they nobly did show how a handful of heroes could outfight the foe. To Stafford and jails transported they were, as prisoners of England they soon made a stir. Released before Christmas and home once again, he branded old comrades together to train. While Erin assembled our rights to proclaim, suppressed by the English, yet think it a shame how Ireland's best and bravest were harried and torn from the arms of their loved ones and children newborn. At Easter 1916, when Pearse called them out, the men from the Dublin battalion roved out. And in the post office they nobly did show how a handful of heroes could outfight the foe. For years Mick eluded their soldiers and spies, for he was the master of clever disguise. With the custom house blazing, she found 'twas no use, and soon Mother England had asked for a truce. Oh, when will the young men a sad lesson spurn, that brother on brother they never should turn? Alas, that is split in our ranks here we saw Mick Collins stretched lifeless in lone Ballinablaw. At Easter 1916, when Pearse called them out, the men from the Dublin battalion roved out. And in the post office they nobly did show how a handful of heroes could outfight the foe. Oh, long will old Ireland be seeking in vain ere we find a new leader to match the man slain. A true son of Grania, his name long will shine. Oh, gallant Mike Collins, cut off in his prime. At Easter 1916, when Pearse called them out, the men from the Dublin battalion roved out. And in the post office they nobly did show how a handful of heroes could outfight the foe.
A song of a terrible wrong, when the flags they flew at half-mast, and a man lay dead, he'd been riddled with lead. He died on the streets of Belfast, and the radio said, there's another shot dead, and he died with a gun in his hand. And he didn't say why Billy Reid had to die. He died to free our land. It happened one day when the bold IRA went out to fight for their land. With an old Thompson gun, they the Brits on the run, and returning to home was their plan. And the radio said, there's another shot dead, and he died with a gun in his hand. And he didn't say why Billy Reid had to die. He died to free our land. When returning the gun, Billy met British Huns, and when the fight had begun, his position was dire, and his gun would not fire, and he died with his old Thompson gun. And the radio said, there's another shot dead, and he died with a gun in his hand. And and it didn't say why Billy Reid had to die. He died to free our land. Although he lay dead, he was kicked in the head. By the hair they dragged him around. They still fear him yet, and they'll never forget how brave Billy Reid stood his ground. And the radio said, there's another shot dead, and he died with a gun in his hand. And he didn't say why Billy Reid had to die. He died to free our land. If you think he was right, come and join in the fight and help to free Belfast. For the blood that he shed, and although he lay dead, in our minds his memory will last. And the radio said, there's another shot dead, and he died with a gun in his hand. And he didn't say why Billy Reid had to die. He died to free our land.
And from three different periods of Irish history, three different men. First one, Michael Collins. Second one, Billy Reid. And the third one, Mr. Aidan McInnesby, which was 26 years ago. He died when he was 24. So I may be out, but he would have been about 50 then. I was right, wasn't it? 84, no, 88, so that's 26. So possibly, yeah, it would have been 50 if he was living. And I'm just loading it up just now. Shot at a checkpoint in Auchnacloy. They even had the chutzpah of the devil to say it was a ricochet. How evil, sick, and twisted. To do this to an innocent man, his only crime, he was Irish, and at the wrong place, and at the wrong time. And we choose to remember who we want, and when we want, and no one, in UEFA, SFA, SNP, or PLC will tell us not to. Sing it, we shall remember. His only crime
was to go to play Gaelic football, and as he crossed the checkpoint in Auchnacloy, he was murdered by a British soldier. It's a lovely ballad written by Jerry Cunningham called The Ballad of Aidan McInnesby.
Was on a Sunday evening, the sun shone in the sky, as he walked on a sway to Katie Brown, and thinking he was going to die. As he crossed the checkpoint, the sound of gunfire came. The news pursued the border child, Aidan McInnesby is slain. For years it was a husband, the forces of the ground. As he went to work each morning, from this native town.